So it's really exciting to see these books here now. For obvious reasons, I obviously really know them pretty well. But for those of us who don't know these books, are you happy to introduce them a little bit? And
Yeah, I'd like to. I mean, I think the idea of a passport to play guitar, the fact that you have something that gets you into this world. You know, we use the term guitar world all the time, eh? And you know, how many times have you said, "Oh, well, the guitar world thinks this or that"? Well, here we've got a passport to travel between areas of musical worlds. And I think that the pieces within the book really strongly represent our world and the musical worlds because, for example, we've got pieces that represent old French folk song that I composed in a style of something that might have been written for the viola da gamba. Or, you know, there's some pieces that represent Caribbean ideas and Caribbean rhythms. And then, of course, the blues and jazz thing is very strong throughout it. And I felt that moving from one musical style to another just opened up what people learn in classical guitar and to incorporate not techniques from other styles, but just musical ways of playing. And that, of course, impacts on musical ways of learning as well.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So in terms of the structure of the books, we've got their style points really clearly defined, haven't we, throughout the 2 volumes? So we've got a style point blues, we've got a style point Latin, style point jazz, and so on. And then we've also got projects. Can you talk a bit about those as well?
Yeah,
so projects dotted between the.
I think you know this was your idea to have the style points as almost like resting points within the book as you learn the music, and then you get to something where you've got a chance just to explore that style in more depth. And so you know we've got projects that are actual technical things like project accompaniment. Now, it's one thing that guitars always do. I mean, you know, how many guitar lessons in the world have started by strumming impossible to play chords? You know, one of the hardest things you can possibly do on the guitar is play a C major chord. And why is it? It always starts at the beginning. But the idea of being an accompanist and learning to be an accompanist, how radical is that in terms of classical guitar? I've never seen a book that teaches accompaniment. Well, we don't really teach it, but we use the projects to open up a view of how to learn.
Yeah.
On that, I think it's great.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, and then of course, you know, the one other thing is how you learn, and we learn by watching and by reading. If you read or read tab even, or by using diagrams, have been used for thousands of years to represent string music. But the one aspect we've really focused on in this book is learning by listening, and all the tracks come with a free download. You can listen to the melody and the accompaniment. You can listen to the accompaniment only and play the melody along with it. And this all involves learning to listen like a musician. So ideally, you get to be a musician who's playing along rather than just somebody working on exercises in your own.
And that's right from the start, isn't it?
Yeah,
you know,
right from the piece one.
Yes.
Absolutely, piece one. And it works, you know, because you take a simple little open string piece, a couple of notes. I love F sharp in this. And how many books teach F sharp? You don't, because then you have to go through the theory of why is it F sharp and how come it's not F. And you never get F sharp against an E. And yet such a beautiful sound. And so then you mix that with a little bit of reggae and you get Reggae Moon. So this open string exercise with this beautiful ninth like that. And against that you've got chords in the accompaniment. So you're into a musical style in piece one.
Yeah, and that allows us to move fast as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
It does rely so much on listening and using the accompanying audio to work with, and so we can move fast through all of these different styles.
Yeah,